Hey guys, how are you? I decided to go live here, and I just wanted to talk to you about this amazing hat that I got. This is the Fine Guardy hat for Operation Underground, um, and I've followed their story on this Fine Guardy, and if you haven't, I implore you to watch it. And I know on the 30th. They are, you can follow them. I'm gonna follow them. I've tagged this for Operation Underground Railroad. I've tagged them here as a fundraiser, but also this hat you can get by Steely Hats, and 100% of the hat, the money for the hat goes back to Operation Underground Railroad. But you can also follow them at OU Rescue here on Twitter, and it's the work. I started following this story about Gardy, and Guest Snow is his father. In 2013, Gardy was kidnapped, and Tim Ballard pretty much, partnered and kind of worked with Guest Snow to help find Gardy. And in the midst of that, they've rescued thousands of children, and they have arrested thousands of human traffickers. And, we talk about, slavery. We often talk about slavery as like it's such a thing of the past. But the fact is that there's like over 30 million people in human slavery right now. And they're in human slavery, either sex trafficking, organ farming, or, sex slavery, slavery, or organ farming, which is so disgusting to hear about. And so Gardy was 3 years old when he was kidnapped, and this was in 2013, and he still has not been found. And so this obviously their foundation is pretty much built off the backs of that. I'm like reading some of your comments, and the fact that I'm talking about this and the way that some of you are even speaking right now, this is why we are in the state that we're in right now, honestly. And it's insane because we are talking about $150 billion criminal business. And these are kids that are getting taken out of the ghettos. They're getting taken off the reservations. And this is not just in America. This is not just, or it's not just in some third world countries. These are people getting kidnapped, even in the hoitiest of toitiest areas, of children being kidnapped and forced into human slavery. And it's just absolutely disgusting. And it breaks my heart because me as a mother, and I'm sitting here and I'm watching my son, who's 5, and he's putting together his Legos. And I cannot even begin to imagine everywhere across the world, from the richest of places to people going on vacation to, to Haiti, to all over the world. And out of I would say 30 million that are 30 million people who right now probably more than that, in human trafficking right now for either sex slavery, organ farming, or slavery. 10 million of them are children. It's insane. And I can't, because I just think about if my son, like something, God forbid, was to happen for my son, I would never stop. I would never stop. And my heart bleeds for the parents, because what do you do? What do you do when you feel so powerless? And they've been searching for Guardian. In their search to find Guardian, and I see Guest Snow, the father, and I see him, and my heart bleeds for him, because he's like, at least, being we couldn't save my son, we couldn't find my son, but we saved 30 kids. And you see these kids, and they're 5, 6, 7 years old. They're babies. And it's just, I cannot. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart for humanity, and it breaks my heart like that we even often can turn a blind eye to this, because I even see these signs in the airports, where it's like in the airports as we're traveling, going back and forth to work or whatever, and if you see it, you can help stop it. And there's hotlines and there's all these things, and it's just, I can't. But I implore you, on the 30th, there's a campaign that Operation Underground Railroad is doing, and that they are rising up for the children. I do donate. I thank you. I appreciate you. It's just like comments. It baffles me. I guess because if you live in like, your little bubble and you don't really see what's going on in the real world, because you get wrapped up in like all these like little things of like our own like little, what's so bad for us right now, when you realize like how ugly the world can truly be. And it just, there's so many countless stories of parents that will never see their children again, there was a thing on Netflix of like these 3 girls who survived, and if you watch it, if you go on, you can watch it, but it's like they go out and they show how they freed themselves, how they got out of like, sex trafficking. And it's just, it's heartbreaking. It's a heartbreaking, and it's a disgusting industry, and it should not even be a thing, but yet it is a thing. Here we are in 2020, and slavery still exists. Human trafficking is a huge business, and it's an ugly business. And when I say organ farming, a lot of people don't understand that. What that means is some of these children, if they're not deemed, or people, I guess I should say, if they're not deemed I guess worthy enough for sex slavery, or even worthy enough for slavery, then what they do is they sell their kidneys, or they sell their organs, the extra organs, which is, I could not believe it, because I've done my research and I'm just like, oh my God, I can't even like wrap my head around how this is. Like, you watch it on movies, you watch it on all these things, and you're like, oh, this is made up. But it wasn't until I actually like did my research, and I'm like, no, this is real. Like, this is a reality. And I know this is ugly, and I know like this is not, you guys know I am very much an advocate against child abuse. I'm very much just because of my own personal story and my own life. But this is like a whole new level that I just was not completely aware of until a few years ago. And the more I've done my research, I've realized how thick and how deep it is. And it's just, and I say that so we all get wrapped up. We all get wrapped up in our own bubbles, and we all get wrapped up in our own whatever is going on in our lives. And so it's hard to, really understand how great that we have it sometimes compared to other people. And I just, anyway, I'm not going to ramble on, but this hat, 100% of the proceeds goes back to Operation Underground Railroad. So if you can go get this hat, it's steely. I'm gonna make sure I tag them, and I'm going to tag Operation Underground Railroad and Tim Ballard for everything that they've done. And I wish Gardy's father was on Instagram, because I would tag him too, because I just can't imagine the strength of this man. I don't know what, I would be sick every single night. I just can't even believe like how the fact when he said that in this one story, because I follow a lot of their stories, right? And he was like, why are we crying? Yes, we didn't find my son, but we found 30 kids today, and we saved 30 kids today. And I would hope that I would still have that much compassion, and obviously you're so grateful for those children. But to me, my son is my life, and I just don't know. I don't know what I would do. And hold on, I just sorry. I can't. In a post like this, I really can't handle like people like just going on like with silly negative comments when I'm actually, I joke a lot, and I post funny stuff, I post sexy stuff, I post all this stuff, but I'm being dead serious right now, and this is one of those things that I really just, I don't have time for the stupid things. Like not here. This is not like this is not the place. And so, you know, sometimes you just gotta go, okay, he go. But I love you guys. And I am grateful for everything. I'm not going to sit here and talk about wrestling. I'm not going to talk about when I'm returning. It'll be soon. However, I want you to just check them out. I want you to follow their Rise Up campaign. That's on the 30th. This hat was released on the 17th, and I will tag them. If you want to go buy the hat, please go buy the hat. If you just want to follow what they do, if you just want to help promote this Rise Up for the Children campaign, I would appreciate it. And I did this as a fundraiser because I thought, I didn't even realize that was an option. I didn't realize that was an option to do that. That's an amazing thing, right? Like, and I probably should have let you guys all know that I was going live before I did it, and maybe I would have raised a lot more money, but I didn't because I saw the hat and been saying, I know it says it backwards, but it says Find Gardy. I know, because I'm, you know, selfie filming and everything's flipped. But I love you guys and I love your support. And yeah, on the 30th, we're going to rise up for our children, for all the children, because it's not fair, you know. And if we can stop this, I mean, we're just getting started, and it's just like thousands. And I want to support Operation Underground Railroad however I can to put a stop to this once and for all. And yeah, because slavery should not even be. It should have been a thing. Never existed, but let's face it, since the dawn of time, since the building of Rome, it's existed. But now in 2020, we are not animals. We're humans. We are humans with hearts and compassion, and it should not even exist. And it makes me so angry. It makes me so angry. But we can stop it, and together we can stop it. So rise up with us.